The Secret Service doesn't just wear sunglasses and protect the president. They've taken bullets, cracked billion-dollar counterfeiting rings, and one agent even wrestled an assassin mid-flight. These are 20 weird facts about the Secret Service. And the bonus? Let's just say their first job had nothing to do with presidents at all. Like, get ready. These secrets run deep. They started as money hunters. The Secret Service was created on April 14th, 1865, the exact same day President Abraham Lincoln was shot and killed at Ford's Theater. But here's the crazy part. They weren't created to protect presidents at all. Their only job was to hunt down people making fake money across America. At that time, 1/3 of all money in the United States was counterfeit and completely fake. The economy was falling apart because nobody trusted paper money anymore. Treasury Secretary Hugh McCulloch convinced Lincoln to create the Secret Service to save American currency. Lincoln signed the order, creating the agency just hours before leaving for the theater that night. It's one of history's strangest coincidences that he approved their creation on the day he died. The Secret Service didn't start protecting presidents until 36 years later in 1901. For decades, they only chased counterfeiters and forgers across the country. A president died because they didn't exist yet. President James Garfield was shot on July 2nd, 1881 at a train station in Washington, D.C. by a crazy man named Charles Guiteau. Garfield lingered in terrible pain for 80 days before finally dying from infections on September 19th. There was no Secret Service protection for presidents back then. Anyone could just walk right up to them. Garfield's assassin simply walked into the train station with a gun in his pocket and waited. He shot the president twice in the back at close range while Garfield was walking to catch a train. If the Secret Service had existed for presidential protection, Garfield would probably have lived a long life. After his death, people begged Congress to create protection for presidents, but Congress refused for 20 more years. It took another presidential assassination before anyone did anything about it. The lack of protection was absolutely insane when you think about it today. It took 3 dead presidents. The Secret Service didn't protect presidents until William McKinley was shot and killed in 1901 in Buffalo, New York. That made 3 assassinated presidents in less than 40 years. Lincoln, Garfield, and McKinley all murdered. McKinley was shaking hands with regular people at the Pan American Exposition on September 6th when anarchist Leon Czolgosz shot him twice. An agent named George Foster was nearby but wasn't officially assigned to protect McKinley at all. McKinley died 8 days later from gangrene and infections on September 14th, 1901. Congress finally realized that maybe, just maybe, the president needed actual bodyguards with guns. That same year, the Secret Service officially began protecting President Theodore Roosevelt full-time. Roosevelt didn't even want protection and thought it was unnecessary and annoying. He tried to ditch his agents constantly by going on long hikes and horseback rides. But the Secret Service stuck to him like glue whether he liked it or not. They protect more than just presidents. The Secret Service protects way more people than just the current president of the United States. They guard the vice president, former presidents for their entire lives, and all their immediate families too. Presidential candidates get protection once the campaign gets serious, usually about 120 days before the election. They protect visiting foreign leaders when they come to America for meetings and events. The Secretary of Homeland Security can order protection for anyone facing serious threats. They've protected celebrities, witnesses in major trials, and even Olympic athletes at certain events. During major events like the Super Bowl or political conventions, they protect thousands of people at once. The agency has protected everyone from the Pope to the Dalai Lama when they visit America. At any given moment, the Secret Service is protecting over 30 different people around the world. Each person gets their own team of agents working in shifts 24 hours a day. The sunglasses are required. Secret Service agents wear those iconic dark sunglasses for very specific and important reasons. The glasses hide where they're looking so bad guys can't tell what they're watching. Agents constantly scan crowds for threats, weapons, and suspicious behavior without people knowing. The sunglasses also protect their eyes from camera flashes, bright lights, and sun during outdoor events. If an agent's eyes are blinded by a flash, they can't do their job protecting people. The agency actually has approved sunglasses that agents must choose from the official list. Most agents wear Oakley or Randolph Engineering, sunglasses that cost between $150 and $300. The lenses are impact resistant in case something hits them in the face during an attack. Agents wear them even on cloudy days because cameras flash constantly around presidents. The sunglasses have become so iconic that you can spot a Secret Service agent from far away. They have a secret training facility. The Secret Service trains at a secret facility in Beltsville, Maryland called the James J. Rowley Training center. The 493-acre campus is surrounded by fences and guards to keep people out. They have mock cities, fake hotels, practice motorcades, and even a counterfeit money lab inside. Agents practice protecting the president in incredibly realistic scenarios that feel completely real. They train for attacks from gunmen, car crashes, bomb threats, chemical attacks, and biological weapons. The facility has a driving track where agents learn to do crazy maneuvers at high speeds. They practice ramming cars, high-speed chases, and defensive driving techniques that look like movie stunts. New agents go through months of intense training before they ever protect anyone important. They learn hand-to-hand combat, advanced firearms, emergency medicine, and tactical planning. Only about 1% of applicants actually make it through training and become agents. Presidential limo is a tank. The president's limousine, called the Beast, is basically a tank disguised as a Cadillac car. It weighs between 15,000 and 20,000 pounds because of all the armor built into every surface. The doors are 8 inches thick and weigh as much as the door on a Boeing 757 airplane. The windows are 5 inches of layered glass that can stop armor-piercing bullets and even rockets. The tires are reinforced with Kevlar and can keep driving even if they're completely flat and shredded. There are tear gas cannons, smoke screens, and oil slicks that can deploy like a James Bond movie. The car is completely sealed against chemical and biological attacks from the outside air. It has its own oxygen supply inside in case of gas attacks or fire. The car costs over $1.5 million to build, and they have multiple identical ones. Nobody knows exactly how many exist because it's classified top secret information. Agents take the bullet. Secret Service agents are literally trained to jump in front of bullets to save the president. On March 30th, 1981, Agent Tim McCarthy took a bullet meant for President Ronald Reagan outside the Washington Hilton Hotel. John Hinckley Jr. started shooting at Reagan with a revolver after a speaking event. McCarthy saw the gun, turned his body into a human shield, and spread himself wide to cover Reagan. A bullet hit McCarthy in the stomach, but he survived after emergency surgery at the hospital. Agent Jerry Parr shoved Reagan into the limo so hard he cracked one of Reagan's ribs. Another bullet ricocheted off the limo and hit Reagan under his left arm. Parr saved Reagan's life by getting him to the hospital in under 4 minutes. Reagan was losing blood fast and almost died on the operating table that day. The doctors said if they'd arrived even 2 minutes later, Reagan would have died. McCarthy became a hero and continued working for the Secret Service for years after recovering. They use code names. Every person the Secret Service protects gets an official code name used in all communications. President Joe Biden's code name is Celtic because of his Irish heritage and background. Former President Donald Trump was called Mogul during his time in office. Barack Obama was Renegade, George W. Bush was Trailblazer, and Bill Clinton was Eagle. First Lady Jill Biden is Capri, and Melania Trump was Muse during her time. The tradition started during World War II when secure communications weren't encrypted yet. Code names made it harder for enemies listening to radios to know who they were talking about. Now the names are just tradition, but they still use them constantly every single day. Families usually pick code names that start with the same letter. All Trump started with M presidents can request certain names, but the Secret Service has to approve them first. The code names make radio chatter faster and easier during emergencies and attacks. They study every threat. The Secret Service investigates over 5,000 threats against the president every single year. That's more than 13 threats every single day that they have to check out carefully. Most threats come from mentally ill people who aren't actually dangerous at all. But agents investigate every single one just in case someone is seriously planning an attack. They interview people who make threats online, in letters, or in phone calls to authorities. The agency keeps detailed files on thousands of people who might pose future risks. They track these people for years and know where they are at all times. When the president travels anywhere, agents check if any threatening people live nearby. They visit these people before the president arrives and sometimes watch them during the visit. The Secret Service has stopped multiple assassination attempts before they even started this way. They use advanced computer programs to analyze social media for threatening language and behavior. Finding real threats among thousands of fake ones is like finding needles in haystacks. Counterfeiting is still their job, even